Hello, everybody, and we're going to give it a minute just to make sure we're all live. Oh, very good. I just got a notification that we are live on YouTube. Okay. It looks like we are now live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this midweek episode of the Blind Tech Guys podcast. My name is Nimer, and I come to you today from Philippine Island. Very good, very bad. Hello, guest speaker.
Well, hello, Nimmer. What a day it's been today. Midweek here down under, and of course Tuesday night there over in the US. Actually, it's Wednesday morning now, isn't it? On the East Coast.
Yes.
So, hello, listeners, and we have a little bit to discuss today. I don't think it's going to be a huge, massive amount of time, but of course today covering the Apple event.
Yes, before we do, I want to wish everybody who celebrates a very happy Hanukkah. It is coming up. And so if you are celebrating Hanukkah, we do wish you the best of times. And may this year bring you many blessings and love and everything else. And we have messages here from Tech Explorer. He says, hi, hello, Tech Explorer. Thank you for joining.
And by the way, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Oh, very
good. But happy Hanukkah, indeed.
Max's Gaming Zone says hi. Hello, Max's Gaming Zone. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Max. I think this is the second time we've seen you pop up, but welcome to our show today. And hopefully, we've never had a few audio driver issues, but we should be good today. So
yes,
pump up that volume,
know how
baby.
Our drivers are, and or how our sound is, and looks like we have 3 people watching. I do want to take this opportunity to thank Angelo. I think that's how you say your name, for the donation. Truly appreciate that. If you'd like to donate to us, we would definitely appreciate that. You can find our donation link on blindtechguys.com. There's a support us link, and that's probably about the 4th link from the top. So truly would appreciate that, and it would go to maintaining the podcast, paying our monthly bills to keep this thing up, and also possibly bringing you more interviews and equipment to demo and that kind of thing.
And just to let listeners know as well, Nimmer, just to let listeners know that we do potentially have some big announcements coming up in the next couple of weeks, but we'll keep those cards close to our chest. So definitely worth tuning in before Christmas, because we might have another announcement coming through in the next couple of weeks, if things go well later this week. And yes, thanks, Angelo. Really appreciate it. That's seen us through for this month. So really do appreciate your assistance with that, and back up everything that Nimmer's just said.
That's right. Okay, let's move on. I think I don't want to bore you guys. Now, if you like this content, please hit the like button. Please hit share, subscribe. Let's move on to the content before all you guys leave and fall asleep. We are here today to talk about Apple and their announcement today. Now, I'm going to make the announcements, and then we will have our reactions. So first, for the announcements, they have the Airpods Max that were released. These are really powerful. These are really powerful over-the-ear headphones that were released. They're supposed to have really premium sound. They have spatial audio. Apple's description says, bring the magic of AirPods to an all-new wireless over-the-ear design with high-fidelity audio, active noise cancellation, spatial audio, and more. and that is their description. They have a H1 chip, custom acoustic design, advanced software to power computational audio for the breakthrough listening experience, with adaptive EQ, adaptive noise cancellation, transparency mode, and spatial audio. And they will be in space gray, silver, sky blue, green, and pink. So if you like your pink headphones, these are a good option to get. These are available today for ordering, for pre-order, essentially. Availability is December 15th is when they become available. Now, let's see what they say about them. I'll just read up a little bit of the description, and we'll talk about what else is new, and then we'll go with our reactions. It says here, from the canopy to the ear cushions, every part of Airpods Max is carefully crafted to provide exceptional acoustic performance for each user. The breathable knit mesh canopy spanning the headphones is made to distribute weight and reduce on-head pressure. The stainless steel headband frame provides strength, flexibility, and comfort for a wide variety of head shapes and sizes. Telescoping headphone arms smoothly extend and stay in place to maintain the desired fit. Each ear cup attaches to the headband through a revolutionary mechanism that balances and distributes the ear cup pressure and allows it to independently pivot and rotate to fit the unique contours of a user's head. Each ear cushion uses acoustically engineered memory foam to create an effective seal, a critical factor in delivering immersive sound. The digital crown, inspired by Apple Watch, offers precise volume control and the ability to play or pause audio, skip tracks, answer or end phone calls, and activate Siri. Okay, so let's see here. They feature 40 millimeter driver design, rich deep bass, accurate mid ranges, crisp clean high extension, so every note can be heard. A unique dual neodymium ring magnet motor allows Airpods Max to maintain total harmonic distortion of less than 1% across the entire audible range, even at maximum volume. Equipped with an Apple designed H1 chip. They say that it delivers the highest quality listening experience possible, using each of the chip's 10 audio cores, capable of 9 billion operations per second. Computational audio power is a breakthrough listening experience that includes adaptive EQ, active noise cancellation, transparency mode, and spatial audio. Let's see here, what else? Battery performance. They deliver up to 20 hours of high-fidelity audio, talk time, or movie playback with active noise cancellation and spatial audio enabled. AirPod Max come with a soft, slim, smart case that puts AirPod Max in a ultra-low power state that helps to preserve battery charge while not in use. When stored in the soft, slim, smart case, AirPods Max enters an ultra-low power state. Okay. Additional features. They have automatic switching for users seamlessly move sound between iPhone, iPad, and Mac. When playing music on Mac, users can easily take a call on iPhone, and AirPods Max will automatically switch over. Audio sharing makes it possible to easily share an audio stream between two sets of AirPods on iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, or Apple TV 4K. Simply bring AirPods Max near the device and connect with a single tap. Of course, Siri capabilities can play music, phone calls, control things, get directions, can also read incoming messages as they arrive. Pricing and availability. This is my favorite section here. AirPods Max are available to order today for $549 US from Apple.com and in the Apple Store app in the US and more than 25 other countries. and regions. AirPods Max will begin shipping on Tuesday, December 15th. They require a device running iOS 14 and later, iPad OS 14 or later, Big Sur 11.1 or later, WatchOS 7.2 or later, or tvOS 14.3 or later. So the latest, essentially, OS.
I think that pretty much covers it, doesn't it?
Yep, you can add custom engraving if you'd like,
Yeah.
and they give that option. And it looks like the AirPods, this is their line now. They have regular AirPods start at $159. AirPods Pro are at $249, and I don't think that's really a price drop. So let's talk about their next announcement, and then we'll come back to these. Their next announcement is Apple Fitness Plus. Now, they actually announced this probably back in September, and they've essentially said that it is going live on December 14th. Now, Apple Fitness Plus, it will offer guided workouts on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV with live personal metrics delivered by the Apple Watch's health metrics monitoring. The fitness offering will cover 10 workout types at launch, including high-intensity interval training, yoga, dance, core, cycling, indoor walking, and running, as well as rowing and cool-down. All cases are led by real trainers that Apple selected to record the interactive sessions, and they're soundtracked from today's top artists, according to the company. Okay, so that is Apple Fitness Plus. If you're interested in that, will be launching on December 14th. It is $80 a year, it looks like. We'll give access to workouts and instructions. Plus, it folds in music, and it's delivered through the watch and iPad. So $9.99 a month or $80 a year. They are, looks like, possibly offering the first month 3 months free.
Okay.
Let's see if there's any, what you need to do to get that free. I'm not sure, but you know what? Try to get it, and we'll see what happens, I guess. So let's talk a little bit about this announcement. First of all, why are these called Apple AirPods when they're not AirPods? When I think of AirPods, I think of, or EarPods, I think of the little buds that you stick in your ear. Well, they're not really buds; they're apple-shaped. Well, pods. What?
Well, pods are things that go in your ears. That's exactly what they are. Pods are essentially in-ear headphones. If you actually go by the audio sort of thing, actually the AirPods are not correct, or the EarPods actually shouldn't even be called that because they don't go inside the ear. So pods are generally things that go inside the ear, those in-ear headphones, like you get your Sennheisers or your Shaw's, whatever.
And then
so
my
the
next,
over-the-ear is not an AirPod. Well, it's not a pod.
my next thing, and I'm not even really going to touch the price. I'll let Marco rail on the price because I'm just looking at them, from just trying to analyze them for what they are. It really, to me, you have to think about what company do you want to trust with your audio. And there are a lot of companies out there that are really well known for audio. Bowers and Wilkins, Sony, Bose,
AKG,
if you like them,
Shure,
AKG, Shure,
Beats, if you really like Beats.
Sure. There's a lot of these companies that are very well known for audio. Some are more than others. Grado.
Grado, of course, yeah. Yeah,
a ton of these companies that are really well known for really good audio. And Apple is sort of your company that you get your phone, you get your, iCloud, and you get your whatever from. So not really known for audio. Now, when I look at the specs, of course, everything looks nice on paper. Everything's great. But, a lot of these things they say are revolutionary. Pivoting ear cups. There's nothing revolutionary, people, about a pivoting ear cup. Nothing.
That's been around for 20 years.
Now, I don't know if Apple's is going to be so much better somehow. I don't have them, obviously. But what's so unique about a pivoting ear cup? When I look at the price, and the only thing I'm going to say about the price, if Marco will share his points, there are a lot of headphones out there for much lower prices that deliver really, really good sound. So what exactly, and some of them even have the H1 chip. So why exactly are we paying that money for this experience that, to me anyway, looking at, and now specs aren't everything, but looking at specs isn't really everything. And I know they say no distortion or very low distortion or whatever else, and really good spatial audio, which I'm actually interested in. I like spatial audio.
I bet you I could make them distort.
Well, I mean, but other headphones have done spatial audio, and other headphones that have the pivoting ear cups, and I just...
Yeah,
I don't know. And I think
Well,
other reviewers seem to actually mirror ours, because in trying to find news articles to share with you about this thing, it was actually a little bit of a challenge of, normally when I just put in a search result, Apple News or today's Apple News or something, I get a bunch of results that come up, and these are what Apple discussed, and these are what's been announced. And this year it was kind of, I don't know, this time it was not that easy. Like I had to go to Apple's site directly, really, to hear a lot about or read more about the headphones themselves. So,
well, I'm going to say that there's nothing really revolutionary for me in these headphones. I mean, again, as you said, Nimmer, you've got to pick who you're going to trust with your audio. Now, you've got, in my opinion, you've got the Grados, which I reckon are absolutely sensational headphones. You can pick a decent pair of those up for about $250 US. You've got the Shores. You can pick up a decent pair of those for about $250, $300 US. Sony's good. AKG's one of my favorite brands. You can pick up a decent pair of those for $200 to $300 US.
Well, even Bose, and they've been known to be overpriced.
And Bose are always
about
overpriced, but you can
350 or whatever.
400. Yeah. Now you've got the Apple offering here at $550. Who have no real in terms of the audio world, have not a huge reputation in the audio world. If you're an Apple fanboy, you love your AirPods, which honestly, in my opinion, in terms of audio, you're spending a lot of money for very little result. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. The other thing that's annoying actually about these headphones is you get a shitty slimline case, which looks like it's just their usual sort of clothy type case. Now, for a pair of headphones that's going to cost me $550, I'd like to have a hard shell case. Doesn't look like they're supplying that. Now, obviously, you can go and buy one, but for a decent pair of headphones, you should have yourself a reasonable case, because if those things get stood on or something goes wrong, that could be fun and games getting that sorted out.
No, I heard Marco say a bad word on this podcast. We're going to have to check that box. That was kind of funny.
We'll check that box. That's okay. But I'm actually really quite annoyed with this. It is a
magnetic case, Marco. It's a soft case,
great.
but it's magnetic. They say it's magnetic, and it puts the headphones into an ultra-low power mode sleep.
Yeah. Now, look, the one thing that Apple does do well is they do all their, connection and all that sort of stuff really well, and that's a lot of people like that. But honestly, you can get all of that out of a pair of Shure headphones. You can get it out of the Beats. If you can connect that up to an Apple device, they work perfectly
Now, Apple
fine.
does own Beats, so it's kind of interesting they're going with their own branding on this.
Yeah.
They do own Beats, too.
I don't know. I honestly think, if I'm going to be completely frank about it, I reckon it's an absolute rip-off. There is no way I'd be paying $550 US. I mean, these things would have to be absolutely out of this world for me to pay $550 for them. And, well, it'll be interesting to see what the reviewers say.
Now, when I think of the digital crown, I think of the one on the Apple Watch, and it's really not that big of a thing. And it's it's great for a watch, but I can't imagine that thing being on a pair of headphones. So I would hope that they made it bigger. Now, I can't see the thing, so I don't know if they did, but I would really hope that they made the thing quite a bit bigger, because I can't imagine that tiny little thing being on a pair of headphones, and that's how you adjust your volume.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
not
the
really
other
sure
thing-
why they didn't use touch controls, honestly, because touch controls would have done just fine. But
Yeah.
I don't know, and this is a lot of headphones have touch controls, but if you want to have a knob of some kind, see, they're calling it the digital crown. I call it a knob. If you want to have a knob, I hope they made it bigger than the one they put on their watch. 'Cause, yeah, that's, I don't know.
One good thing, I guess, is it looks like the actual ear cups are detachable. They're magnetic, so that's kind of cool. So that should make for easy removal when you need to get new ones and stuff like that. I wonder how much they'll sell those for. Probably a couple of $100 or something.
Oh,
Who
gosh.
knows?
Yeah.
I mean, if the headphones are $550, then the ear cups are probably $100-$200 each or something.
Well, I
But,
can't imagine putting those ear cups or those headphones in a bag or something. And since they're magnetic, maybe they just pop off in your bag and you lose the ear cups and you pull the headphones out and you go to use them and there's no ear cup. And all of a sudden you
I mean, I bought
can you
a
buy a single ear cup. I have no
I
idea.
bought a hard shell case for my Shure headphones, which cost me a few $100 Aussie, so it's about, I don't know, $200 or something US. Now, if I'm buying premium headphones, I want a decent case that protects them, and I want to be able to know that if I throw it into a bag, it ain't gonna, the hinges aren't gonna go. Stainless steel is nice. I mean, everything that's said about them is basically what you'd expect out of a premium set of headphones, except that they're about $250 too expensive, maybe 300. But
Now, I don't know if I can get my hands on them. I will be interested to see what the spatial audio is like, because that is one thing Apple does well within apps in its own ecosystem. But to me, it's just not worth spending $550 on. I agree with that. It looks like
if Apple
we have
wants
some...
to send me, if Apple wants to send me a demo copy, if Apple wants to send me a demo version of these headphones to test out, I'm more than happy to do so. And
Yes, Apple, if you're listening, we have the Blind Tech Guys podcast. We love demos so that we can experience them ourselves and tell our listeners about them, especially in terms of accessibility. So if you'd like to send us a copy of these, or not a copy, but if you'd like to send us one of these to test out, or two of these, there's two of us, that would be very beneficial. Thank
now,
you
don't
very
get
much.
me wrong, there are headphones that you can get out there, Nimer, and I've listened to them that are $500-$600. I've actually listened to a pair of headphones that are $1,000. Now, these things would have to send out of this world for me to to even contemplate. But I just have a feeling that they're going to sound like your usual Grados or the Shores, and there's nothing wrong with those. I've actually got a pair of the Grados. I've got the Shores. I've got a pair of AKGs, and they're damn good headphones. Now, for $200-$300, I'm willing to pay that, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the reviews come forth with, and I'm not highly excited about it. Let's put it that way.
And see, I won't really pay $500 or $1,000 for headphones, because to me, in my ears, I'm not an audiophile by any means, but to my ears, there's a diminishing rate of return. It's not as if you spend more money and you get much, much, much more premium sound. The change in sound is very slight, that I don't know really that I can notice it to my ears. And certainly as long as you use Bluetooth, it's still going to be really compressed sound.
Indeed.
And
now,
I
I assume. Now,
prefer
this is
wired.
what I want to find out. I want to find out. I hope that they're using Bluetooth 5. Apple has had a tendency to not be on the front foot with Bluetooth, so it'd be interesting to know that too. But they don't state that. I assume they would be.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
And they are using their H1 chip, which means low latency.
So they'll be low
generally,
latency.
It'll be good.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for $550, don't know. You could buy yourself a decent, something to bring up over the weekend. A decent Chromebook for $550.
Yes. We'll be talking about Chromebooks this weekend. Tech Explorer, I wish there should be a similar thing to AirPod on Android. Well, there are lots of equivalents on Android. Tech Explorer, there are tons and tons and tons of these things. They're just not
Take a
called
look at
AirPods.
your Shores, take a look at your Sonys, take a look at, I just can't think of the brand that's about, I don't know, $150, $200, which my partner has, but it's just gone out of my head.
There are
but
also
there's
some
heaps.
that are
There's
shaped
heaps.
very much similarly to Apple's AirPods, actually, and I don't even like the fit of those. Those fit.
No, I find the AirPods frustrating.
But there are lots of ones, and they're kind of, they tend to be cheapo brands, but there are plenty of AirPod-esque type fit of headphones. Samsung, of course, makes their own earbuds, and some of them that are
they're
look like
actually
chicken
quite decent.
beans.
Yeah, the Samsung ones for their price are actually pretty good. Like you're paying $150 and they're decent headphones. Not bad.
Yeah, so there
Yeah.
are quite a lot of AirPod replacements for Android. Tech Explorer, same for every product for Apple, and that's actually I want to talk about that briefly. I don't actually think it is because this year Apple's really gone down in price.
Yeah.
A lot of their stuff is actually cheaper this year, and or gives you more value for the money. Take a look at the AirPod or the what is that thing? Their speaker, their HomePod
Their
Mini.
HomePod. Yeah, that's 99
Their new
bucks.
it's $99 and it's aimed
That's
very
not
much to
bad.
compete with Google's and the Amazons of the world. And also take a look at their newer iPhones. They have iPhones this year that start at a much lower price than they have in the past. Their iPhone SE, for instance, their iPhone Mini, their regular iPhone are all starting at a lower price.
Well, actually, they had one on
And
special. I think it was for the Tech Cyber Monday sale. They were down to about $650, $700 US for
and I think
and I'm
even the
pretty sure that was
Pro
a
and
mini.
yeah, and I think even the Pro and the Pro Max saw a price cut this year. I could be
Oh,
wrong. I don't have the
$900 or
prices in
something.
front of me, but I
Yeah.
think they saw a price cut this year. So it's kind of interesting. Apple, on one hand, has said, "Hey, we understand this is a pandemic. People are struggling. All that. We're going to reduce prices, and we think it's our price has gone too high." And on the other hand, we had the old Apple back saying, you can pay $550. We're Apple. Why not?
Oh, look, I reckon if you wait a few months, these things will be cut down to about $399 or something. I would almost be willing to
would
bet
hope
they'll
so.
chop 150 off that in a few
When
months.
they introduce their new version costing 600,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah. Yes.
The Tech Explorer, they will always say everything they do is revolutionary, even it exists. Yeah, that's true. They do say that quite a
Yeah,
lot.
but again, most manufacturers say that. That's. I don't think that's just an Apple thing. If you get if you have a look at a manufacturer like Shure or something, anything new that comes out, it's always revolutionary. So I think that's
Tech
across the board.
Explorer says she likes, or she means, or he means. I'm sorry, I don't know. The syncing feature of AirPods, and that's what I like about it. Yeah, the syncing feature is good, but again, we have that on Android. There are multi-pair, multi-point headphones, quite a lot of them on the market, where they will do the same thing. So if you have them connect one to a laptop and one to, you have it also connected to a phone, you can be using them with your laptop, and then as soon as a call comes in, you'll use it with your phone. Personally, I don't like using Bluetooth with my laptop. It just has too much lag.
Yeah.
With anything. I'm just not a fan of Bluetooth, and I don't care how low latency it is. I notice it. And I don't like noticing lag. And
Yeah, I still don't think Bluetooth's got to the point where it's just completely, without any lag, which is annoying. I agree. I don't like any lag like that either.
yes, but I think it's fine. And so, but we do have a number of multi-point options. Now I'm going to go ahead and the Fitness Plus I think is good. There are others in the space like it. The Fitbit, I think they have their own.
Yep.
Amazon.
Fitbit's actually pretty cool. Yeah, they're not bad.
Yep,
Fitbits.
Amazon just announced their Halo, their watch, and they're paired with some fitness type tracking and fitness coaching and that kind of thing. There are a number of apps on Play Store. Workout, I think, is one of them. There's a number of these things are in the App Store that will help you get a workout. So again, I don't really think anything revolutionary, and a lot of these things are free, and you're not having to pay $80 a year for these things. So I don't know how good it is. I haven't obviously tried it, and it may be that it's really good and worth paying for. But personally, I wouldn't pay $80 a year or $10 a month, which is quite a ripoff. $120 a year would add up to. That's kind of crazy. Their yearly price is so much lower, but I wouldn't pay that just for a fitness coaching type.
It's like anything though, Nimmer. It's
I
just
don't know.
another one of those subscription things that's come out. I guess if you live in an area where you can't find a personal trainer, or I don't know, with lockdown, I guess it's getting harder at the moment to do that. But there are plenty of, if you're into fitness and stuff, I know that there's plenty of places you can go online where you can, people will help you out, and they offer like, fitness instruction and stuff like that. And a lot of the time, when you're a beginner, they won't charge you and stuff like that. So there's heaps and heaps of options. In terms of fitness, that's just a dime a dozen. There's stacks out there. So
That's right.
I don't know.
All right.
It's it's interesting, but I don't know if I'd pay for it either.
All right, everybody. Well, remember that we have our 2 giveaways going on, and we talked about them a little bit last podcast. Essentially, as soon as we hit 10,000 plays, we will be having a giveaway. And as soon as we have 1,000 subscribers to the YouTube channel, that will be a massive giveaway. So please be sure to tune in. Also, tune in for some exciting announcements that we're going to have for what will be happening in the next upcoming weeks. This next podcast will be addressing Chromebooks. We'll be doing a setup potentially of 1Password, and we have an interview with Pranav, the blind photographer who uses the voice to take photos, which will be a really fun podcast, and that will be this weekend. And please, if you like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast, get the word out, tweet it, Snapchat it, Facebook it. Remember, we do have a Telegram group, a mailing list, and all those links will be in the description, and a Facebook and a Twitter as well, so you can follow us on there. And I definitely want to thank you guys for taking the time to join us today, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, listeners.
Been a pleasure as always, Nimmer, and we'll catch you on the weekend, listeners.